Stories from Ramayana. The childhood of Rama. On the banks of the Sarayu River stood the beautiful city of Ayodhya, the capital of Kosala. In the city, there were magnificent palaces decorated with precious stones. Spires of great temple rose above the city as if to touch the sky. For protection, the city was surrounded by a great moat. The people of Ayodhya were peace loving and happy. No one was ignorant or poor. Everyone had faith in God and read the scriptures daily. Each person knew his or her role in the society. The Brahmins devoted their life to studying the sacred texts. The ruler and warriors governed and protected the city. The farmers and merchants fed and clothed the citizens. Yet all was not well in Ayodhya. Dashratha, the king himself, was unhappy. Although he was very old, he had no son to inherit his throne. One fine morning, the king called upon his priest Vasishtha. Vasishtha, he said, I am growing old. I long for a son who will take my place on the throne. The priest knew all too well that his king needed to have a son. He replied, Dashratha, you will have sons. I shall perform a sacred rite to please the gods. Excited by this wonderful news, the king ran to tell his three wives, Sumitra, Kaikeyi, and Kausalya, I will have sons. At the same moment, many of the gods were growing more and more angry with Ravana, the ruler of the Rakshasa or demons. Ravana was no ordinary looking demon. He had 10 heads and 20 arms. He also had remarkable power to prevent the gods and holy men from performing sacred rituals. This was a terrible insult to all who were holy. Learning of Ravana's actions, Vishnu, the protector of the universe, decided it was time to do something. But what? Years ago, Ravana was granted a boon or promise. This boon protected him from gods and demons. How then, Vishnu wondered, could Ravana be stopped? Vishnu thought Ravana in his arrogance protected himself only from those beings whom he thought could hurt him. He failed to protect himself from humans and monkeys. Vishnu decided to be born as a human who could kill Ravana. The gods and holy men were pleased with his decision. Vishnu sent a messenger to King Dasharatha with payasam, a sweet made of milk and rice, laced with a special potion. The messenger said, Give each of the three wives this drink. It is a boon that will bring sons. Then the messenger disappeared. The king gave each of his wives part of the drink. No sooner had his wives finished than each shone with glow of a divine being in their womb. There was great rejoicing in the city when 4 sons were born to their king. Their names were Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna. Even as infants, everyone noticed that Rama and Lakshmana were inseparable. It was as if they were one life in 2 bodies. All 4 sons grew to be intelligent men. They learned the holy scriptures well. Sage Vasishtha was their guru. They learned the Vedas from him. They also became adept in hunting, riding, fencing, and archery. They were devoted to welfare of others. Dashratha was finally happy. He watched his son grow before his eyes. He did not say it in so many words, but he did have a special place in his heart for Rama. One day, the sage or wise man Vishwamitra came to Ayodhya to see the king. The king had great respect for him. He was overjoyed to see such a great rishi as his guest. Greetings, O wise one. What brings you to my kingdom? The sage said, I have come to ask you a favor. How can I help? No wish is too great to ask, the king responded. It pleased me to hear those words from you, said Vishwamitra. I have been trying to perform an important sacred rite which is again and again being interrupted by Ravana's demons. My woes prevent me personally from fighting these demons. The king listened intently. I pray Dashratha that you allow me to take Rama with me to protect my sacred right. But Rama is only a child. He is but 16 years of age. I have a better idea. I shall send you my armies to battle those demons. I will even accompany you. I shall fight these demons with my own hands. But please do not take Rama. Without Rama, I cannot live even a few minutes. The king began to weep. Vishwamitra understood the king's pain, but the sage also had no choice. He knew that Rama was an avatar or incarnation of Vishnu on earth. He also knew that only Vishnu in human form could kill Ravana. Sage Vasishtha assured Dashratha that Rama would be safe in the hands of Vishwamitra. Ultimately, Dashratha agreed to send Rama with Vishwamitra. The king told Rama about Vishwamitra's request. Rama understood and willingly went with the sage. I shall go too, father, declared Lakshmana. The king did not protest. Rama and Lakshmana, weapons slung over their shoulders, and followed the sage along the Sarayu river bank. The journey was a long one. Whenever the three stopped to rest, the sage took the time to teach the boys how to use the powerful weapons of the gods to fight the demons. They journeyed until they reached the foot of a frightening forest. They paused. The sage said, "This was once a beautiful and prosperous country. Now the terrible she-demon Tataka lives here. She attacks and kills anyone who enters." Neither Rama nor Lakshmana were afraid. The sage turned to Rama and said, "Now it is up to you to rid this forest of these demons. By doing so, you will restore the land of the prosperity and the peace it once enjoyed." Rama clutched his bow and removed arrows from his quiver. Rama and Lakshmana followed Vishwamitra into the forest. They heard many strange and frightening sounds. Each step they took brought them deeper into the forest. Suddenly, there was an unearthly roar. The three men stopped. From nowhere, a huge rock came hurtling out of the sky, heading straight for Rama. He slipped an arrow in place and drew his bow. He fired just as the rock was about to hit him. The arrow split the rock in two. The pieces fell harmlessly to earth. Then, appearing out of between two trees, Rama saw a horrible sight. It was a hideous form of the demon Tataka. She was enormous. Around her neck was a human skull. She had sharp claws on her hands. She looked at Rama and made a growling noise. Lakshmana decided to wait no longer. He fired his arrow and gravely wounded the demons. A strange look came over her face as she felt the arrow pierce her flesh. Placing her hand to the wound, she moaned, "What mortals have wounded me?" Then, taking careful aim, Rama fired his arrow into Tataka's heart, killing her. No sooner had the she-demon died than the gods in the heaven rained lotus blossoms down on Rama, blessing him. The three continued on their journey deeper into the forest. Along the way, Rama and Lakshmana killed many demons. Vishwamitra rejoiced at Rama's great skill. He decided to give Rama and Lakshmana the divine weapons he had acquired through his austerities. He taught them several mantras, meditating on which divine weapons could be summoned for use. The sage told Rama, "I am delighted with you. I shall give you even greater weapons to defeat any enemy." He knew that Rama's work was far from complete. Then the three went on towards Siddharama, the place of Vishwamitra. The rishis there entertained Rama and Lakshmana. Vishwamitra took a vow of silence and began an elaborate sacrifice. The hermits requested Rama to guard the sacrifice. They were afraid that the huge demons Maricha and Subahu would disturb the sacrifice. Rama and Lakshmana guarded the place day and night fully armed. 6 days and nights passed without any incident. On the seventh day, when the sacrifice was near ending, a terrible noise was heard. Rama looked up and saw Maricha and Subahu along with many other demons covering the sky. They were about to pour blood and flesh into the sacrificial fire to defile it. But Rama and Lakshmana were on the alert. Rama silently prayed and discharged the newly acquired divine weapons. With one arrow, he hurled Maricha miles away into the sea. With another, he killed Subahu. With the help of Lakshmana, he killed the other demons too. Vishwamitra completed the sacrifice, and the sages rejoiced and blessed the princess. There was still the powerful Ravana to deal with. It was one thing to kill Ravana's demons, it was another to kill Ravana himself.